Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a truly profound topic that beautifully interweaves our spiritual journey with the readings and prayers of the Second Sunday of Lent. Just think about this powerful statement from Psalms 27, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom should I fear?" It's a grounding statement that really resonates with many aspects of our lives.
Oh, wow, yeah. I love that. So, the idea of God as light, right? I mean, is that sort of is it literal or more metaphorical?
Great question. It's definitely both. Think about light. It reveals things and provides guidance. Imagine you're lost in a dark forest. That light becomes a beacon, directing your path. In a similar way, when we're facing spiritual darkness, it's like God's light illuminates our lives and helps us find our way.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you go camping, right? And you're sitting around the fire, and the flames give you that warm glow, but also you can see everything around you a little clearer. It's really comforting.
Exactly. That's a perfect analogy. It's about safety and clarity. Now, when David writes, "The Lord is my life's refuge, of whom should I be afraid?" It speaks volumes about the profound trust we can place in God's protection.
Right. So, what does that actually look like in real life, during tough times or when you're scared?
I'd say it's about finding solace in prayer or community. I remember a huge life decision I faced. I felt utterly lost. But in those moments, I leaned into my faith, prayed for guidance, and whoa, I found clarity. It felt like this divine light guiding me towards the right path.
Wow, that's kind of amazing. It's like having a spiritual GPS or something. So, what about the part where the psalmist asks God not to hide his face? I mean, that seems really intense.
Yes! It highlights our deep desire for connection. When we're hurting or confused, it feels like we're practically begging for God's presence. Doubt can creep in, and feeling isolated is tough. But this is where prayer becomes incredibly important.
So, you're saying that even during confusion, we just keep asking, right? What if your connection feels weak?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of faith. It ebbs and flows. It reminds me of a relationship where communication can get rocky, but the love doesn't just disappear. We keep reaching out, and often, that's where transformation happens.
Oh man, I love that analogy. And then the gospel reading about the Transfiguration, what a wild moment, right? Peter just wakes up to this dazzling scene.
Right? It's almost like a dreamlike experience. They went up the mountain to pray, and boom, Moses and Elijah appear, and Jesus' face changes. It was this pivotal moment, saying, "Hey, remember the prophets? This is the fulfillment of their mission."
And Peter's line about building tents? He totally didn't know how to process it. It's relatable in a way.
Exactly. In that moment, Peter is grappling with awe and confusion. Sometimes, we want to cling to those high moments and bottle them up instead of letting them transform us. Sometimes it's about just stepping back and absorbing the experience.
Totally. So, what do we take from that? How do we carry those moments into our daily lives?
We carry those moments by sharing our experiences, allowing ourselves to be transformed, and seeking to be that light for others. It's incredible to think we can shine a light in someone else's darkness, like a lighthouse guiding lost ships in stormy seas.
Whoa, that's such an awesome image. And when you say share, do we just tell others what happened to us, or is there more to it?
Sharing is definitely about storytelling, but it's also about living it out. Show kindness, forgiveness, encourage others to seek their own encounters with God. Faith is much about action, not just words.
Yeah. It's like being that person who helps others find their way, even when you're still figuring it out yourself, right?
Precisely. We don't have to have it all figured out to help others. Just like in the prayer of Transfiguration, we ask for the grace to awaken our hearts and be transformed. It's a lifelong journey.
Wow, I love that. So in the end, it's about courage and waiting for the Lord, huh?
Exactly. As we navigate life's trials, let's be stout-hearted and willing to wait, trusting that we'll see the bounty of the Lord in the land of the living. It's this beautiful balance of action and presence.
Ah, so inspiring. I can really see how these readings tie into everyday situations, and it makes you feel more connected. Thanks for sharing all this.